All right, we're good. Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining us here for another Metroid Prime 2 Echoes weekly race. Well, my name is Marion Law, and I'll be your commentator today. And joining us in the booth, you know him well for his cursed presets and seeds. Captain MD, thank you for joining us today.
No problem, although to be fair, the preset itself is generally pretty solid. It's the seeds that tend to be the cursed things.
Hey, I'll take your word for that, my friend. But regardless, everyone, we're going with our odd settings today, so you know what that means. Final bosses aren't removed, but we have a random start location. 268 locations with our random translator gates. Who knows what's going to happen today? We could be starting in the beautiful temple grounds, or we could be going all the way to, you could have shuffled Sanctum and going to Sky Temple again.
No, I definitely made sure that wasn't going to happen this time, believe
Ah,
me.
I don't blame you. Oh, but regardless, joining us on our tracking team is the lovely Op82. It's always a pleasure to have her with us.
That be he, they.
Damn, I can't read. I'm sorry.
No,
I don't have my glasses today. They're in for repair.
All right, well, we're going to get started as soon as we are waiting on just one more runner that I'm currently gatekeeping the room, so we'll get that dealt with in a second.
All right, and as you can see today, we've got two fantastic out of bounds runners today, Competencia and Baja. So, what are we expecting today? What are we expecting today, Captain?
Hang on just a second.
Alrighty, while you do that, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I would love to see some out of bounds in Torvis again. We did have that happen a few weeks ago with Transit Tunnel East having a Sky Temple key. Unfortunately, we didn't have the gear we needed for it safely, so both runners went out of bounds, and I had to do a ridiculous trick try to grab that key from outside the tunnel. Didn't work out very well. But I'd love to see that happen again. But outside of that, we're almost done with our setup here, folks, so we should be starting to ready rock and roll momentarily. So with that being said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or inquiries you'd like to ask one of us or any of our runners during the post-game commentary, feel free to get them posted, and we'll get to you as soon as we can.
All right, so I apparently did get up mixed up. Something I was not aware of. My sincerest apologies.
Oh, that's okay. Well, we want to make sure we respect everyone here.
That being said, though, we have sent the runners off on the race time. We are set to go here, so minor delays aside, yeah, we had a little bit of a it was a bit of a toss-up on who to get on the restream today, because we have got a big fat race room today of 6 folks. So
Alrighty. So with that being said, I'm running the wrong thing here, but looks like we are starting with our Morph Ball bombs today, so that could be very, very useful in early game movement.
indeed. So we start with bombs. We're starting in Temple Grounds as based on the opening message here. Our starting location is, this looks like Collapse. Oh no, it's Trooper Security Station.
Yeah, they can't do anything here, though. No power bombs or screw attack. As with the new patch, your Trooper Security Station is in Post Layer, meaning you can't go and scan the gate open. It has to be destroyed.
All right, so our runners are immediately going to go get the item in comm area. Now, this is, I believe in logic, with just beginner standable terrain, and our first item is going to be a power bomb, so our runners now could go to GFMC if they were so inclined.
Personally, I'd say go for it. It is an early check. It is easy to get back to, but if it's got something important, hey, it could be fairly nice.
All right, well, we are seeing some divergence already. Baja's turning around and going for probably Dynamo Chamber first, if I had to hazard a guess. And then, in the meantime, Jay, on the other hand, has found main power bombs in GFMC. Wait, didn't this happen last time? Oh, never mind.
And it looks like he's going for a dupe, so that's going to be even better.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Seeker Launcher and Dynamo Chamber. Nice.
that makes a lot of sense, and I'll tell you why.
Please do.
GFMC is logically locked out by the Dark Visor Seeker missiles unless we find Screw Attack.
Well,
Because
that's
because if main power bombs are in GFMC, they certainly aren't before GFMC. Ooh, that's a Cobalt lock to get to the Temple Transport Violet elevator.
yeah, nothing wrong with that. Now can't complain.
Oh, okay. Umos left the key under the mat. Sure. Thanks, Umos.
As we did.
Oh, wait a minute. Seekers are locked by main power bombs now.
Correct.
Okay. So maybe there must be another way. We must be getting Screw Attack soon.
If I had to put a guess, I put it on one of the two transports, either A or B.
All right, we are getting Temple Transport Emerald here. This is in logic with just bombs, but it looks like it's a beam ammo tank.
All right, I'd put it on Transport B then.
Luckily, power bombs make Alpha Splinter literally a cakewalk. Just don't accidentally power bomb him while you have double damage. That will delete Alpha Splinter and you soft lock.
Yeah, we do not want a soft lock just starting off. That'd be pretty bad.
Now, because it is random elevators, the Temple Transport Emerald Gate does stay down, so we could just leave this that way anytime. It looks like Violet is required to get out the other way, and there's our Screw Attack. So, yep, that puts main power... Well, actually, no, I think we still need Space Jump. I
called it.
I don't think NSJ Screw Attack is enough to crack open Trooper Security Station.
Oh, no. Do I have to do that?
Oh, hi,
Sorry.
Space Jump. What are you doing here?
Oh, you got the Screw Attack. It was only logical that Space Jump was somewhere nearby.
Yeah, okay. This is looking like pretty... this is like a really good start here. Like, we already... And granted, we've got, like, one of the worst beams for access for starting out, because Light Beam by itself, not the best out there. It opens some doors, but it does not grant Dark World access.
Well, not yet, at least.
And it seems we've got Baja turning around and going straight out. This could be a warp to start as well. Warping to start would actually be faster in his case. To get back to GFMC, which it looks like he will do. So yeah, it looks like starting bombs to Cobalt Translator to main power bombs and Screw Attack. To Space Jump and Screw Attack for main power bombs, I should say.
Well, it's a very interesting progression, especially considering we're starting here in Temple Grounds. A lot of elevators, a lot of availability right away.
Indeed. Although something we did not see Jay do here is we did not see. Is that a Cobalt Gate for Sank? Yeah, it looks like it's a Cobalt Gate.
And I think you're trying to reference the map station, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Thankfully, with these settings, our map station tells us exactly where our elevators are going. So we have vanilla elevator with Sank entrance, Torvus Temple access, Aegon portal access over on Torvus side.
Okay, so meeting grounds leads to Torvus Temple. Oh no, that's Aegon Temple.
And Temple Transport Amber. That's not very... It's not useful at the moment. And it's great to have another great temple elevator. Oh, we have door type rando, it looks like as well. Nope, that's a different door. I'm thinking of a different door.
I was about to say, if we enable door rando, we're way off here.
Yeah, I thought this was heading towards Sentinel's Path, not Wind Chamber Gateway.
Looks like an E-Tank in Wind Chamber.
And then Jay picking up his light beam over off of Temple Assembly.
And where did you say you said the Aegon temple entrance led to
Yeah,
temple transport to meeting grounds?
yeah, meeting grounds was Aegon Temple. So the ventilation area A.
Well, actually, that elevator would give us access to Aegon properly because we already have main power bombs.
And we do have the light beam, so we can go either direction.
Looks like Baja is very interested in this energy tank right now, which I don't blame him.
Hey, props to giving him for at least trying the trick.
And I believe that was an Echo Visor in transport in Hive Chamber B.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Oh, no, it
wasn't
wasn't.
a visor.
It was Violet Translator, excuse me. I thought it was Echo Visor for a second, but the strafing hint overrode the text.
Oh, that's all right. It happens.
Now, Baja is going down the Sacred Path elevator, and this leads to Torvis Temple, which the Seeker missiles do allow us to enter. Unfortunately, if the translator gate is bad, Baja's going to be soft locked.
That's fair. We don't have no super missile.
Unless he plans on doing some fancy out of bounds shenanigans here, which wouldn't be too surprising. With Violet in... Go on.
Go ahead. Nope, go ahead.
All right, well, with Violet in tow, Jay's going to discover that Chica is dead.
Oh, underground tunnels are unlocked today.
Lucky break there for Baja. This could be a potential point of no return if this is super missiles or dark beam.
Yeah, you're right.
Me and my big mouth.
Remind me to stop having you commentate these things.
Excuse me. This seat is looking pretty. This seat is looking pretty easy right now.
You don't say that word. You're gonna wait till late game.
No,
Captain.
that's not the magic word. That's meant for easy seats.
Well, still, Chess gonna have a fit because of you.
All right, good power bomb for Torvis Grove, and it gives us a teleport followed by missiles.
More missiles are always handy to have. I'm just finishing up the project real quick.
And for those wondering, just because it's been, we haven't had a chance to clarify yet, J is the short name for Isla Competencia short name. So just so we get that out of the way. Unless that's also changed without my knowledge, because I've been kind of 0 for 1 today.
No, as far as I know, it's still J.
Okay, just double checking. All right, so that being said, it looks like we're going to see, we're seeing Jay head to the map station and check things out too. So Jay spent a little more time in temple grounds here, kind of backtracking, and I literally blinked and missed what that was in the temple.
You and I both, I didn't get a good look at it.
All right, that's no big deal. We'll have a quick playback check here, which reveals that that was another energy tank. Let's see. So the things we can and can't do right now. We can't go to Sank Entrance.
No.
Super missiles gives us access to meeting grounds and therefore Aegon. Translator gate notwithstanding. Or is that an Emerald Gate to open up? That must be an Emerald Gate to open up Sank Entrance. Because if it was Cobalt, Jay would have gone down that way to read the hint. Ooh, a free gravity boost available to us today. That gives us the ability to check the item in Torvis Lagoon. Although we could do that already with air underwater and screw attack.
Yeah, but if the instant morph for the frame doesn't work that well, you're sitting there for a few minutes. That gravity boost is really nice to have if lower Torvis is loaded.
All right, nothing of importance in Portal Chamber. That looks like another missile in... I'm pretty sure Baja picked this up already, but yeah, it's another missile in Wind Chamber Gate. All right, missile-related upgrade down below and Poison Bug, but we get Annihilator Beam in Torvis Lagoon. Perfectly logical, which means we now have Dark World access. Who wants to go check hints? Because we could do that. Granted, we only have 200 energy, so there's no way.
Well, I mean, they could go get the hint and then immediately die, you know?
Yeah, the only problem is, even with 200 energy, if you were to heal up... Ooh, Sank Vault. Can we do anything with that besides read a hint? Not particular. We can get the item in main research, that's about it. Unfortunately, it looks like Jay's soft locked, because that's what happens when you go too far to the left when you attempt the screw attack in Grand Wind Chamber.
Oh, I've learned that the hard way so many times. It feels really bad when it happens. It's like, oh, you got the perfect angle, you got the right height, then all of a sudden you're a little too far and you're stuck in an instant falling animation.
Yeah, the way I like to go about this is I like to slope jump a little bit sideways towards the edge of the thing, so that way I can kind of judge my movement a little better. But yeah, unfortunately, there's no way out of this. Jay is going to have to restart.
I'll give him props, though he did attempt it.
Yeah, and the early energy tank is really nice, because that's probably one of the biggest difficulties in odd weekly settings, is you're going to be going to later game areas with much less energy than intended. To clarify with chat what happened, Jay screw attacked, tried to do the screw attack method for retrieving the item in Wind Chamber, but tried to land on an area that was a bit too far to the left. And if you are too far to the left in that particular area of terrain, you soft lock. If you bust out of the screw run correctly.
Right, Samus is attempting to land on a small piece of terrain, but unfortunately, there's a little piece of collision where you get practically stuck. And since you can't fall as you're stuck, you have no collision to stand on. As such, your animation won't finish. And look at that, Captain. We got a lovely Dark Beam over in Dark Torvis.
Okay.
How fitting.
Unfortunately, that did throw Jay all the way back to Alpha Splinter, which is a bit unfortunate.
Hey, don't downplay Jay just yet. There's a lot of time for recovery.
Oh yes, especially if this becomes one of those seeds where the one item that we need could be literally anywhere.
You know, when you say things like that, it makes me worry what you have planned.
It makes me worry what I have planned too, because I was initially going to race this.
I mean, you could have. I don't mind standing here with Op in the chat. There's still time for you to join in.
Nah. Next month though, because the next one after this is CGC.
Well, that's right. Yeah, we do have the CGC tournament coming up.
Well, the CGC weekly is next Saturday too.
Well, that. We also have signups going on for cross game. Now that they've.
I think right now it's hello Dark Suit.
Yay, Dark Suit.
Okay, now we could definitely go check hints.
Oh heck yes. Get the information while you can. What you were saying?
I just need to double check, but I think the rules voting has started, but the actual signups I don't think have.
Oh, those are rules. Okay, that makes much more sense. I don't have my glasses with me today, so that Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
submissions for the rules
Oh,
survey
oh,
close on Monday, October 30th, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
I see. I was extremely mistaken then.
So yeah, that's the settings, and it looks like Ba has turned around immediately to go back for Temple Grounds. And yeah, this definitely makes a lot of sense because at this point you can now go check your hints. You can go to Aegon. There's a lot we
I
can do here. Like there is actually legit a large amount of the game open to us right now. The only thing that's keeping us out of stuff are ball upgrades.
if if I was Baja in this exact moment, the first thing I do is go straight for my key hints. I have a lot open. I don't know where everything is, but that's the problem. With so much open, there's a lot that could go wrong. So get the key hints, get a general area of where you should be, and then start playing accordingly, starting with Aegon. Aegon will be the safest bet.
Aegon will be safest. It gives us our shopping list primarily, and final bosses are disabled, which that is something I think will be changing in November as well, is that we will be re-enabling final bosses again. Because we've had them off for a while, but I've just never gone around to asking around if anybody wants final bosses disabled. But I think it's getting to the point where I think folks do want them turned on. Oh, hey, would you look at that? A suited plane of dark worship.
Oh, again? Really? You don't say.
Uh,
Y- This has got to stop.
this, like, I mean,
Please continue.
I mean, if you, Sestron is racing this one today, so hopefully he saw that too. But yeah, this is a weird seed. We literally have everything except visors and ball upgrades, and translators, obviously. So yeah, translators are probably the next big hiccup here.
Yeah, I would agree with the random translator gates. It'd be nice to have them all. 'Cause-
And that actually brings to mind a problem that we might have here. We might not even be able to get to meeting grounds through here if the translator gates don't cooperate,
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
which they
Okay.
won't because we
No.
need amber. Okay, so
Well, actually, Plan B, it could go out of bounds and just
right.
go around them.
You could do item loss, skip in transport A access. You could not transport A, hive chamber A. You could do that. Although I think, yeah, that should work even if you're coming from the other side.
Yeah, you're using the terrain just to get the standable to go up like 3 floors.
And it looks like Baja is taking a safety save to perform this just in case, because otherwise there wouldn't be any reason to go to hive chamber B. Although it looks like, yeah, I think Baja just remembered listening to the audio cue and remembered, wait a minute, there's something back here.
And there's his Violet. I mean, I mentioned this at the start, Captain. Both these runners are highly well versed in out of bounds movement. Would you really put it past Baja to do this trick to bypass the gate for information?
Oh, it's definitely something on his mind at the moment, but we'll see how this plays out. But yeah, it looks like logically we know translators are an issue now, because the only other way into that area is either what are our other ways to Aegon? Aegon Portal is in Path of Eyes, so that also needs a way onto that side. So it seems like
Yeah, you do need that meeting grounds access.
okay, so let me think about this. So the only four elevators total we're missing here are Aegon Entrance, Temple Transport Violet, Sank Spider, and Torvis.
We have
And
Lower,
Lower
Torvis.
Torvis. Those are the last 4 destinations, which means there's only 2 elevator pairs left.
If I had to go with a pair, I'd say throw Lower Torvis together with Aegon.
You think Lower Torvis is going to be Aegon Entrance?
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. What are you thinking here?
Lower Torvis Aegon Entrance definitely makes sense. That would mean Temple Transport Violet would lead to Sank Spider, so that could work. Ooh, Jay got secret missiled, unfortunately, so has to bust out and back in. Or is just going to do the out of bounds here anyway.
Thank you for joining us here at another edition of Metroid Prime Out of Bounds. On the menu today, Temple Grounds and Torvus Bog.
Yeah, now Bob's got to be a little bit careful here. He's going to check to make sure that Hive Chamber A is not loaded, which it was not. Because if Hive Chamber A is loaded there, the game crashes.
And what happens when the game crashes? A lot of bad things.
A lot of bad things, not strictly limited to a bit of time loss. All right, so Jay is now up at the out of bounds point in the Torvus Temple elevator. So out we go.
And looks like we have to file Shrine has something on it.
Missile related, so that is dead. Because we got secret missiles right out of the... Actually, technically we never got missile launcher, and I don't think secret launcher counts. Wait a minute.
No, I don't think it does.
Ooh, we need another Amber translator lock for
Meeting grounds.
Meeting grounds. Okay. Umos 2 is dead.
So it looks like Amber's the big translator to find.
Indeed. Although the fact that we've got no missile launcher means technically we're not allowed to fire. Seekers are missile related, but I don't know if they count as a logical missile launcher. I remember that changing a couple of years ago.
Alrighty, well, while you contemplate and figure that out, we're gonna have Baja going over to get his get the wonderful Sky Temple key hints. We don't have any of them yet, so they could be anywhere. Place your bets below, chat.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about this now. If we're not allowed to fire secret missiles yet, technically, then if we're not allowed to fire secret missiles technically by logic, then Dark Beam is out of logic still. The super missiles are out of logic. Wait a minute, where's the seed asking us to go then, if that's the case?
Oh, who cares? This is a fun race.
That's a good point.
But all right, chat, time to play everybody's favorite game. Guess the key hints. Whoever gets the most amount right gets a special prize from Captain.
Aegon Energy Controller, that's pretty free. Sentinel's Path, oof, Echo Annihilator. Incash 2, Annihilator. That's not too bad. We've got Annihilator already. Aegon Main Reactor, that's free. Hall of Combat Mastery, that's free. Warrior's Walk, that's free. Transport Center, that's free. Sank Map, okay, that's actually free now. Potentially. Portal Access A, because we might only be translator locked and out of go mode, but we also need Echo Visor. That's it.
Well, it looks like Torvus got absolutely nothing today.
Well, Torvus had all the progression, all the main items is what it had.
Well, that's fair, but no keys.
Absolutely no keys, which is very uncharacteristic of an Echo Seed.
I guess it makes sense. Have Torvus select your progression and go scavenger hunting in all the other areas.
Yeah, that's an interesting arrangement for the keys. So yeah, we need Echo Visor for Sentinel's Path, and then we need whatever translator locks Sank Map Station if it's not Violet slash Cobalt. Because to get to Sank at this particular point, we would have to go to. Let me think this through a minute. Can we get all the way around Sanctuary with our current equipment without Spider and Boost? Yes. Yes, we can.
Yep.
It would be a little bit annoying because we don't have Boost Ball to open up the door in Main Reactor, but we do have... we can get Hall of Combat Mastery without Spider Ball. Okay, Spider Ball is 3 rooms away from Forgotten Bridge. Exactly... so exactly 3 from Forgotten Bridge would place it either in... Well, it can't be in, whoa. It can't be in Torvis Plaza because that requires Spider Ball. So if it can't be there, it has to be the other way around. It
Well,
could be in. It could be in Meditation Vista.
let's say exactly or up to.
I think it said exactly. Because if it wasn't, if it would have been in Grove, then Jay would have found it already. So I'm pretty sure it's Spider Ball and Meditation Vista.
What was it? Forgotten Bridge?
Forgotten Bridge, which is the room with the portal with that
Yeah,
bridge
yeah.
that's one-way opening.
Yeah, I know where that's at. Well, it could be in Torvis Temple access. That's 3 rooms away.
We saw Torvis Temple access already. That was a
All right.
energy tank.
What about Portal Chamber?
Portal Chamber we saw already as well.
If that's the case, it's got to be on. What about Path of Roots? We checked that yet?
Path of Roots? No, we have not. That's a good check.
All right, so Path of Roots or Meditation Vista.
Well, we just saw a Med Vista from Jay, and it was a dark tank, so nothing of importance there.
I would garner Path of Roots then. That's where it's looking.
Okay.
Nothing else appears to be exactly 3 rooms away.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Path of Roots as well because I don't think I think on Baja's first pass through Torvis, he did not go to Path of Roots, just went through Portal Chamber.
Yeah, he didn't go through it.
Because no Dark Beam at the time.
Correct. All right, so we got 1 key with 2 keys for Baja now.
So yeah, so we're looking for at the very minimum Echo Visor. Ooh, Cobalt for Sand Cache, very convenient.
Yep. Echo Visor, Spider Ball would be nice, but isn't needed.
Ooh,
Emerald Translator.
That's a big find for Baja. That opens up a lot more hints and reduces the chance of a translator issue for Sank Map.
All right, looks like Jay's about to go get his Torvis map. We're going to see what those 3 elevators are.
Yeah,
Or
the
in
only
this case, 2.
Yeah, we don't know about Lagoon. Okay, so Lagoon leads to... Oh, yeah, Lagoon leads to Sank Vault. We knew that already. So Lower Torvis is to Violet, which means that Sank's Spider must lead to Aegon entrance.
And Dark Visor on Aegon.
And the nice thing is now that we have Violet Translator available to us already, that does give both of our runners access back to Temple Grounds, or Great Temple rather, through Lower Torvis.
It's not Path of Roots. I guess it was up to 3.
It might be Torvis Temple itself, because I don't think we saw exactly.
Well, no, it can't be Torvis Temple. That's 4 rooms away.
From
Forgotten Bridge. So if it's up to 3 rooms away, it very well could be Abandoned Worksite, Plaza Access.
I think we saw Abandoned Works, unless I read the hint wrong and it was Dark Forgotten Bridge. Because if it was Dark Forgotten Bridge, that's Boost Guardian then. That would make perfect sense. It could also be... Yeah, give me a second here.
All right, we are standing by while Captain takes care of some logical thinking. And as we wait for that, we will sit here and wait patiently as you listen to the soothing sounds of my voice encompass your headphones.
Okay, yeah, I did misread the hint. It is up to 3 rooms away from Forgotten Bridge.
Yeah, see, I knew that was something.
So that would potentially put Spider Ball in Plaza Access. But that means that it's boost locked if that's the case.
I wouldn't mind it being on an Abandoned Worksite. That's always a fun one.
Abandoned Worksite I would have thought we'd seen already because Baja went through that area to go pick up Gravity.
I haven't the faintest idea. I do know Jay's happy to have his Annihilator beam off of Torvis Lagoon.
Indeed, decides to go for Air Underwater. Gravity being right around the corner, but if you're very competent in Air Underwater, it's actually probably a tad bit faster this way. Plus, then you don't have to come back here with Grab Boost later.
Absolutely true, my friend. Meanwhile, over on the Aegon side, we're checking out Mining Station B. And we're going to find out another E-Tank hidden behind the Power Bomb Rebel.
All right,
And,
so
and MSB has another E-Tank.
well, the lack of Amber Translator kind of makes Aegon a little messy just because lack of available hints, because there are 5 Amber hints available here. That's standable, much easier standable terrain than I've been using up to this point.
The more you know.
Indeed. So yeah, I think at this point, the only place Spider Ball can be is Plaza Access. Yeah, because that's not Path of Roots, that's Abandoned Work Site right there. So if it's not there, it has to be in Plaza Access.
Yep, absolutely correct. All right, so let's think about these keys logically. Aegon Energy we can get, that's a free one. Sentinel's Path.
We need Echo.
Yeah. Ink Cache 2 they should be able to get.
Yeah, main reactor is free. Well, main reactor logically needs boost and spider.
Yeah, but you can just do a triple bomb jump into bomb space jump into some standable terrain.
You don't even have to bomb space jump. You can just jump around from the central thing and screw attack into the tunnel.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, there's the potential to there is a lot of potential cheese for this seed. We might be able to get away. Excuse me. We might be able to get away without ball upgrades.
It's entirely possible. I mean, Hollow Combat Mastery, as you mentioned earlier, you don't need Spider for it. Screw Attack fits into that slot quite perfectly. Warrior's Walk only needs supers, which we have. Transport Center's free, only need bombs. Sank Map, we have Light Suit. And Portal Access is only Morph Ball.
The only thing that can kill us with Sank Map is Amber Translator.
That's fair. And as chat's pointing out, no final bosses, so you really don't need Spider Ball.
Yeah, we might be able to get away without Spider Ball. We might be able to get away without Boost and Spider today, which would be a nice change of pace considering all the other trash I keep rolling.
Well, maybe you should have someone else roll them.
Well, no, this is what happens. It's like for all the trash I do roll, every once in a while I'll roll something really nice. All right, so Baja's going to get the main reactor key. Unfortunately, Jay still being a bit behind catching up here after that soft lock in Grand Wind Chamber. It is possible to, while turning, to fire a missile at the wall to break the glass there. You don't necessarily have to look at the glass to hit it with Power Beam. A missile will just barely reach.
I picked up a great instant unmorph into a space jump.
All right, so we're going to get the labs loop here. Plenty of items available here. And with super missiles in tow, no need to worry about skipping storage C all the time.
And with a light suit in hand, that gives Feeding Pit right away.
Very true. All right, what is that down there? That looked like a bean tank.
Yeah, just some more ammo. Jay, don't die. Okay, we're all right. That was a little scary.
Yeah, Jay's going in there without that extra energy tank from earlier, but is about to happen upon Dark Suit, luckily.
He's gonna be real happy when he finds that. Yeah, looks like Doomed Entry was only a missile tank, nothing too important.
And I think Baja's just gonna make the whole loop here, getting Cache 2 routed in within Cache 1 and Feeding Pit.
I'd say go for it. You know, you have everything you need for the loop. And the amount of times in Cache 2 has had some... Not in Cache. Is that 2? I always get these numbers backwards.
In Cache 1 is Vanilla Light Beam, so that's the one at the end of the path.
All right, 1 is Light Beam. Yeah, so 1 and 2, the amount of times that's had something so stupidly useful is tremendous.
2, in Cache 2 has actually been pretty rare. But in Cache 1, yeah, in Cache 1 has had, does seem to have a lot of good stuff. Feeding Pit's been 50-50 in my seeds.
Yeah, I can't complain too much about Feeding Pit.
Yeah, well, in this case, it's literally free because we just have instant light suit. Because, yeah, it does seem like the seed has spelt itself out pretty readily. Like, it's just go to Torvis, get your supers, traverse the rest of Torvis, get your dark beam, get your suits.
And then go play Key Hunt in Aegon and Sank.
Go play Key Hunt, maybe find an Echo Visor along the way.
You know, at the rate this is going, it's entirely possible we'll have a less than 1 hour finish time.
I would say that is a possibility, but only if Echo, like, immediately shows up sometime before the end of this Dark Aegon loop. Because, again, we still have to go get all of the keys.
Yeah, and Sentinel's Path seems to be like the most out of the way.
Sentinel's Path is the most out of the way, and plus we have to do everything getting up to it in the first place as well, so we have to, like...
Go through main gyro and whatnot, you know. Oh, there's Cannonball. That's always good to have.
Yeah, it's no boost ball, but it'll do in its place. That would open up Spider Ball and Plaza access.
Yep. And there's an Aegon key in Feeding Pit.
We passed another Aegon key in Mineshaft that Baja elected to skip, but there was also one in on the way into labs at Vent Area A. I wonder if all three of those were Aegon keys. If both of them, rather. And I'll know,
Right.
We'll know immediately if we read the hint and it says Aegon, Dark Aegon for the Aegon keys.
And Jay thankfully picking up his second E-Tank off of Torvis Plaza access.
Now, let's see what Jay decides to do here. If this is going to be a quick detour into Lower Torvis, or if this is going to be a return to Temple Grounds. And it looks like it's going to be a out of bounds into Lower Torvis.
He has Super Missile. I'm not sure why he hasn't done the fight.
He hasn't done, because no Dark Beam first pass. So.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
So apparently shooting the door triggers the pirate fight at the top of this room, which is very strange.
Oh, doesn't it trigger the second it's loaded in? I mean,
The fight for Torvis Temple is weird. Unfortunately, I don't think secret missiles pierce the wall here, so you're gonna have to dump fire or use Annihilator Beam. Take your pick.
and he's going for the Dumbfire, which seems to be working in his favor. And now the pirates are having a spasm.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the regular pirate is still up there. I think Dark Beam would be better because missiles have a little bit of a knockback effect here. But it looks like Jay's managed to make it work.
At the exact same time, Baja's cleaning up Jump Guardian as his hitbox is thankfully still spawned in, so we can rattle him down without having to worry.
All right, so Amber is also needed. Oh, hello, Amber.
Found it.
All right, well that's it for translators. We're basically just in Echo Visor Go mode.
Well, based on what you know, Captain, where would you expect Echo Visor to be?
Well, it can't be Mining Plaza, thankfully. Yeah, it can't be Mining Plaza because it needs Echo anyway. Let's see. A lot of places in Sank are locked out. Lower Torvis seems like the most reasonable probability because there's nothing Echo locked down there. But we still also have the entire rest of Aegon to still sweep.
I see your logic, and if I had to put it somewhere, Spider's Treasure would be nice. You could throw it over on Hazen Cliff. Coiling Chamber would be nice.
It'd be funny if it was here, but it's not.
Yeah.
Because that would need Spider Ball, which means we have to do a slightly annoying backtrack to Plaza access.
Yeah, it could be here on Cache 4, though. It's only Dark Beam locked.
And Cache 4 was an interesting spot last week, that's for sure.
And this week it appears to have a Power Bomb.
I could do with a cheeseburger, but I'm having steak in a couple of hours, so that'll be better.
You know what? You're making me real hungry right now. I don't like it. You know, steak does sound pretty good, though.
Indeed. We got one more check up here, and that is... What was that?
An item.
Let me see. Check the playback. I couldn't... I think it was a missile tank. was either a missile tank or a burger. But it had orange glowy thingies, so it couldn't have been Echo Visor.
Well, congrats, Captain. You got the chat hungry as well.
Then I have done my job.
Yeah, we got Chad wondering if Baja's going to go straight to Sank, or is he going to go get some key hints here in Aegon?
I would say probably go for hints, because at this point, given what we know, they're either going to all be trash, or at least one of them is going to point to Echo Visor. And I say at least one because if Echo is on a boss, then there's a potential for it to be hinted twice.
Hint number 1, Quadraxis is dead.
That makes sense, because yeah, Quad can't have Echo. It's needed logically in this difficulty.
I will say I have fought Quad without Echo Visor, and that's a very ridiculous trick needed to do it.
Yeah, there's a couple of ways you can fight Quad without Echo Visor. There's standable terrain you can then you screw attack to hit the antenna from a better angle, or you can just try screw attacking it directly, but you might not get it in one shot. And again, we know Mining Plaza is dead.
Or you just charge Light Beam it, which is a pain to aim.
Grab boost 2 rooms from Annihilator Beam. Interesting hint, but we already have both items. I could see that as I could see that as a hint you might get before both items. So that could end up being a valuable hint later. All right, so now Jay's gonna go get Temple Transport Violet's item real quick, because this is one item. It could just be here, and we could be seed solved.
That's fair.
Which, if that's the case, then the only thing that was locking it was Violet Translator.
Indeed. Meanwhile, Baja's going to continue to sink Spider side. We've got at least 2 checks here that we don't know about. As we know, Hall of Combat Mastery has one of our keys. But Culling Chamber and Hazencliff. Oh,
yeah. There's Missile Launcher. That explains the missile logic. It was right behind Violet Translator.
Yeah, that makes absolute sense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Missile Launcher, because if it was unlimited missiles, it'd be a little bigger.
Yeah, it's glowing orange.
Yeah, well, the unlimited missiles has the same model, but it's just bigger.
So Baja's morphing a little too low. He needs to morph a little faster if he wants to get that spider ball.
Yeah, you could screw attack into the tunnel here as well if you were so inclined.
But it looks like the quad destroyed the standable he was using, so he's got to reload the room.
Yeah, gonna have to improvise here, but this does give a good excuse to check Calling Chamber. Now, if this is Spider Ball, I'm gonna giggle. Not Spider Echo. I'm gonna giggle a little, because that means we have to go back for Spider Ball real quick.
Oh yes, put Spider Ball on the Spider Ball lock, real fancy. Force him to go out of bounds.
So yeah, we don't have any... Amorbus is the only boss that could potentially be required for Echo Visor at this point. Since we've got all the translators and we have an alternative to Boost Ball, so we can go get Spider. So yeah, Amorbus can only have Echo Visor if you want to see some spice. And it looks like Calling Chamber must have been trashed because Baja's not going for it.
And thankfully Jay's going for Pod W, so about to get his light suit, finally.
Interestingly enough, that's going to put him in a very similar position to Baja minus translators and Cannonball.
Yeah, but technically Cannonball you don't really need. It's only for that mock boost ball that's used.
Indeed. Which in this case would give runners Spider Ball.
That's true.
Nicely done. Baja gets the key on the second try.
From the reload.
Now, getting out from here is going to be a pain in the backside, because you're going to have to screw attack into the tunnel here.
Might want to get that quad out of your way first.
You could, in this particular case, yeet, first of all.
Goodbye.
Yeah, cannonballing quad legs is pretty funny. But yeah, you could screw attack through this tunnel, or you could just go up the Dark World path, because Baja does have Dark Visor Seeker missiles, so he could just do that.
I think this would be a good time to point out for any of our new runners in the joining us today what Cannonball actually is and its functionality.
Indeed. So Cannonball is an item that the game gives you when you're tossed out of a cannon. It's taken away from you when you smack into something in the room later down the room. But through out of bounds shenanigans, normally without items, you're able to maintain Cannonball by like using a cannon in only a semi-loaded room. So by preserving Cannonball in this fashion, with Cannonball, you are invulnerable when in Morph Ball. Vulnerable enemies take 500,000 damage per frame. For comparison's sake, Boost Ball does 50,000 damage per frame to Ridley in Prime 1. And you cannot be shot out of a cannon without losing the item per Cannonball's normal programming. It, however, does not break everything that Boost Ball might otherwise break, like boxes, for example, need specifically Boost Ball. It also does not break the glass leading to Airy. Let's see. That was the Aegon key hint. It said... I think it said Aegon... Let me see.
It gave 3 different rooms.
Dark Aegon, Temple Grounds, and Torvis. So the Dark Aegon one would obviously be the one we found earlier in... that Baja found earlier. Wow, that's a really nice puzzle. Let me think here for a minute. So yeah, so Temple Grounds and Torvis Bog. So we didn't see any red keys in Torvis yet, did we? I don't think so.
No, not that I could recall.
So it would have to either be in Lower Torvis or Plaza.
Well, hopefully not Plaza. That check in itself is ridiculous.
Although conveniently, Spider Ball is right outside the front door.
Well, that's fair, but well, both runners do know the trick to get the stand ball on top of the bridge, so that would save a lot of headaches.
On top of that, even if Aegon keys are required, at this point, runners would probably... Oh, what is this? Is that Boost Ball and Phazon?
Yeah, that's something shiny, yeah.
Yeah, that's proper Boost Ball and Phazon grounds. That's not a bad spot for it, honestly.
Oh, no, I'll take that.
That's a good backup.
Oh, yeah.
All right, looks like Spider Guardian was locked by Emerald Translator today.
Which we effectively have. But we have no Spider Ball. Which it could be on Spider Guardian, funnily enough.
Well, Spider Ball we know is already in Plaza. Okay, and Morbus is dead. Okay, so yeah, Echo Visor honestly can't be that far away. It's just lying around someplace.
It's pretty much find Echo Visor, we're good to go.
Yeah, I'm still pretty convinced it's Lower Torvis, but yeah, all bosses are dead. Now, I'm not aware of any method currently to skip Echo Visor for Sentinel's Path, so if Baja enlightens me to yet another SAU for this, I'm gonna be shocked.
I'm pretty sure there is a secret world in this area, but I could be incorrect on that.
Yeah. But yeah, to clarify with chat, that's pretty much the only thing Echo is needed for right now. We also did receive a hint that Quad is dead as well as Umos too.
There's the hint for Amber and Judgment Pit. And unlimited beam ammo on Watch Station access.
Very welcome item to pick up. Unfortunately, we can't get Watch Station itself without Spider Ball.
And to clarify, chat, Echoes for Tumos. Technically speaking, yes, you do need Echo Visor to logically beat Quad. So effectively, your Tumos is locked behind Echo Visor itself. If you're following logic.
If you want Echo Visor to be in a semi-trollish spot, the worst place it could be at this point is Alpha Blog, because that is literally the furthest possible away from everything.
You know, that or Powerbomb Guardian.
Yeah, Powerbomb Guardian actually is probably where it is, because I've almost never had a seed where a major item isn't anywhere between Under Temple Access and Under Temple. What about Airy? It could be Vanilla Echo. And it's in logic with Dark Visor, so yeah, it could be Vanilla Echo. And we're going to see Jay be the first to get Spider Ball here. So this actually gives Jay an interesting opportunity here. Ooh, nice. Baja getting the instant morph right into the bomb slot without Spider Ball.
Hey, first try.
I've done that by accident too. It's like I don't have spider ball, but I'm still on the bomb slot.
Yep. For anyone thinking about trying to pick up echoes, I'd highly recommend learning some basic bomb jumps and screw attack movement. It'll save you a lot of headaches in the future with your seeds.
And I think that was a double energy tank in aerial training site, which nice to have, but not really what we're looking for at this point. Yeah, double energy tanks. All right, so that's Jay's spider ball. And this is probably going to be a detour to Plaza real quick, because why not? You just got it.
I mean, might as well. There's no harm in it.
All right, we're going to see Cat West here. Now, if Baja goes back up from this later, which I don't think he's going to do, this is going to cost a cannonball, but let's see.
I think he's going to go all the way around to like main reactor or
Yeah,
reactor core.
yeah, because we already know there's a Sky Temple key in Sank Map.
Yeah, that's probably where he's heading. Going for the key is going to do the entire loop.
Not
But
reading
he's
the...
down.
Okay. Yeah, that's... Oh, yeah, so that's not the biggest deal. Okay, well, there's an Annihilator hint for that Annihilator next to Grab Boost hint. So those hints actually kind of complement each other pretty well. Unfortunately, they're just spread out.
Oh, nice backup.
Yeah. All right, transit station. I didn't see what this was, but Baja's not going for it, so it must not have been important.
Yeah, it looks like another expansion.
But yeah, you can see Baja is sweeping through Sank real fast here.
He knows what he wants. He knows what he wants to get. Just doesn't know where it is. So,
Ooh, Amber needed for Sank Map as well. So yeah, Amber definitely the power translator here, but it is hinted. So
oh, that could be mean. You know, Echo could be on Sank entrance.
that would be a pretty insulting spot for it, especially since Sank entrance is vanilla. It could be Fortress Transport access, in which case it's just free and it's been in our pocket for since Emerald Translator.
Well, stay tuned to find out. That's what I like to say.
All right, so Jay's going down the Lagoon elevator to Sank Vault side with Spider Ball in tow. This is gonna actually put him in the same loop as Baja. The only downside, though, is that he does not have Emerald, and I don't remember if he went back or if he still has Cobalt after that soft lock reset. I think so, yeah. So, yeah, Jay has Cobalt. So is going to learn about Amber Translator and Gravity and Annihilator, which, never mind the last two, because he's already got those. But more importantly, he's going to learn about Amber.
And he's gonna know, and he's going all the way back to Judgment Pit for it. And I see chat Hive entrance. It could be a possibility.
I mean, why not? It's in play with the tools we know we have now.
And I think Baja's going for the ladder, going to check out FTA.
Yeah, also GFMC ship because we never fought Jump Guardian before on our first pass.
Oh, no, that's a missile.
I do think there's an out of bounds for Sank Map anyway, so we'll see if Jay is able to get around this.
And our Violet Hint, keys to Dark Torvus Temple. We don't really care about them.
Yeah.
Sheik is dead.
Yeah,
FTA,
red keys.
nope.
Red keys are irrelevant at this point.
We're running out of places to check, Captain. It looks like it's on Lower Torvus somewhere. Lower Torvus, Hive.
Yeah, the only downside is because of the knowledge you have. Sank was a very sensible play because if you're really lucky, then Echo could just be chilling in on your path around Sanctuary, and then you don't have to worry about anything. Cobalt, Amber, Crimson, Emerald is the puzzle combo today. That pattern is pretty trash. Now, I don't remember where I don't remember where Dark Visor was. Was that in Temple Grounds or was that in Sank? I think it was in... Was it in Torvis? I can't remember, actually. I think it was in Aegon, actually. It was in Aegon, mining station access.
My friend, you've gone through every area at this point. Pick a location.
It's okay. I figured it out eventually. And that's how you can tell Baja still has Cannonball, just waltzing right through those little critters and blowing them right up. Yeah, I think the Amber Translator hint was later in Sank in Jay's case. I think it's the hint that's in... Is it the Watch Station hint? I think it was the Watch Station hint. Yeah, it was the Watch Station hint. Now, Ba's got to unfortunately do this without Spider Ball. So, there is a way to do this without Spider Ball, but it requires a complex... to getting the item specifically, it requires a very tight screw attack. Well, at least you have unlimited beam ammo to rage shot with.
Might as well. Might as well indeed. And our prize today is the one and only... absolutely nothing.
Totally not an Echo Visor. All right, and the Sank entrance hint reads, Super Missiles 2 rooms away from the Torvis transport elevator to Aegon. That doesn't actually help us. That's actually a trash hint. But yeah, Torvis, it definitely seems like Lower Torvis is the most probable location now for Echo Visor. What's the fastest way to Lower Torvis right now?
Which elevator do we... Well, we know our elevator from Lower Torvis is Temple Transport Violet.
Yeah, Torvis Temple is reached via, I have it here, from Sacred Pass, so that's back in Temple Grounds. And then Torvis Lagoon is from Sank Vault Side, so Sank Vault Side could have been an option. But it looks like what Baja's going to do is warp to start and probably go to the Torvis Temple elevator in Sacred Path, because it is right in front of us. Yeah, unfortunately, the ability to check the Hive entrance key bear hint can only be done after you've defeated Spider Guardian,
Which we have not done. For obvious reasons. Should we do it? Nah, I don't think so.
We're going to get some Emerald hints, though, which is a Power Bomb hint that we don't need. But yeah, Baja's going to prioritize Emerald hints now, which there are 6 in Torvis, and they usually are pretty good. Well, we know that's not Echo Visor in Mining Plaza. That can't be anything in Mining Plaza, actually. It might have been Grapple Beam, but that would have just been funny.
Well, it'd be funny for us, but not for them.
Well, they have Screw Attack, so it would be pretty irrelevant.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, it's Grapple Beam. It's a classic. You can't go without it.
That's true, especially if it's Prime 3.
Oh, yes.
Although
I loved
Dread,
it so much, they gave it multiple versions.
Although Dread made good use of it, too. A beam can be found in Dark Torvis. That would be referring to Dark Beam. Thanks, game. All right, so now we're going to see the temple from Baja, which we already know there's nothing in there. But he's got Amber this time, so he could take the elevator at the earliest convenience. Now I don't remember if Jay got the Jump Guardian hint or turned around and immediately went for Aegon entrance upon finishing up at Spider's Treasure, which I think he did the latter.
Yeah, I think he did the Spider's Treasure. I don't remember seeing that hint for him.
Which, granted, that's not a big deal because that will, because he is on the path to Amber Translator anyway.
Regardless, I think it'll be all right.
Oh, that's right. Emerald was here, Cobalt locked. I don't think it was locked by Dark Beam. All right, another hint. Can we please get an Echo Visor location? No. Give us the Cash B Dark Suit instead. And we can definitely say that's Dark Suit since Light Suit was once again in Plane of Dark Worship. So yeah, it is only a matter of time before we find this Echo Vi. I think it has to be here, because we've basically full cleared Aegon and Sank between the two of them at this point. I think the only check we haven't seen in Aegon was sand processing. I don't recall seeing Baja Detour for that after Cannonball. Don't you hate that secret lock in front of Gathering Hall?
I mean, it happens.
Not Gathering Hall, Training Chamber.
Seeker launcher is very... Oh, what's the word?
Unreliable.
Yeah, that one, that works.
It's honestly, I think it's worse than Prime 3. And mainly because the missile pattern in Prime 3 is really wonky.
Yeah, but Prime 3, like, never use it.
The Hive Temple keys are irrelevant, as usual. Is that all of our always hints? I think so, because, yeah, we've had all the boss hints. We've had all the key hints. Yeah, so there are still a couple more hints left.
Yeah, I think Prime 3 is, like, one... Well, outside of the area you originally get it. Maybe, like, 3 times.
Yeah, you don't use secret missiles that much in Prime 3. Because there's no secret missile doors, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's only really used in Elysia, in the area you got it, and a little bit in Skytown.
Yeah. There's also a couple of times in Pirate Homeworld where you need Seekers, but that's about it. That is a red key. That would most likely be the Aegon key that was hinted in the Torvis area. It could also be a Chica key, because I think Chica keys could also be found here.
Well, Jay found something. He's trying to get some ammo or missiles off some drops.
Yeah, I think this is a check for a power bomb. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. A visor can be found in Sacrificial Chamber. Grapple Guardian has Echo Visor.
Well, we found the hint. That's good to have.
Not as bad as Power Bomb Guardian, but still in Lower Torvis.
Oh, and obviously there's a secret door in Norian, so...
Yes, there is. On the way to Generator B. That's a good shout.
Ah, yeah. Well, I can see Baja's method now. He's going to go straight for Sacrificial Chamber, get your Echo, make a beeline for Sentinel's Path, grab your last key, warp back to start, and head over for transport to credits.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what his easiest path is. There is also a case in the Helios fight on Elysia, as chat points out, where you could break the attack with secret missiles.
Yeah, but still still bad.
All right, so Baja's done a little bit of screw attack bonking here to get onto the Grapple Guardian platform and then be able to leave the room. Unfortunately, even though we just saw Grapple Guardian in front of our face a minute ago, we still have to load the room from this side in order to fight him properly. So yeah, after Light Suit and so yeah, Spider Ball not required. Boost Ball, you could even have gotten away without Boost Ball this seed, by the looks of it. But yeah, I would actually classify this as a relatively jet seed. Certainly it's gonna be like a sub one, maybe right around the 115 borderline for Baja. Maybe a little closer to 120, depending on how the trip to Sentinel's Path goes. Because yeah, what's the path back to Sank here? Let me see. Let's see. Can we get to Sanctuary directly from Torvis? Yes. If we go from Lagoon, we can get to Sank Vault side that way. That would actually be probably the fastest way over there. The only downside is Baja would have to go up staging area to get to aerial training site that way. But he did open the door. Did open the bomb door there, so could do that. Where does Torvis Temple lead? It leads back to Temple Ground, so yeah, we wouldn't want to take that path. Yeah, I think Baja's path is to get out of Lower Torvis, go to Lagoon, take the elevator to Sank Vault, get the key, and then warp to start out of Main Gyro. And with Cannonball, yeah, he's still got Cannonball. And using Cannonball to, you know. Oh, no, this looks like this might be a warp to start. Unfortunately, Jay has just realized that he does not yet have Amber Translator, so cannot go to Meeting Grounds via the elevator in Aegon Temple. Unfortunately, he has not made the trip to Judgment Pit yet. But yeah, just nods his head no in frustration. And to clarify with chat, there hasn't really been an incentive to go to lower, although we had super missiles and grab boost and all our beams for a while, so it was a valid option. Baja never duped the power bombs. Okay, so it looks like Baja's going to take the Sank entranceway instead, since that's a tiny bit faster for getting, instead of crawling all the way around Lagoon, to Torvis to go to Lagoon. Because, yeah, then you would have to get out of the Dark World, go back up Lower Torvis, and then go to Lagoon. So, yeah, Baja's found a slightly faster path here. I don't think this is going to trigger Dark Samus destroying the bridge, because I think that requires you beating Spider Guardian to do that. Yeah, because that's the path. Normally, you beat Spider Guardian, Dark Samus destroys the bridge, you go to Torvis, get main power bombs, and then you go to Aerie. So, yeah, that's the... Yeah, Dark Samus won't destroy the bridge here. Jay does have power bombs, because main power bombs were in GFMC. They were very early. But yeah, Annihilator Beam is equally effective. Does 5 times damage to Dark Samus 1, uncharged specifically. So 60 damage, 10 shots, dead Dark Samus. Oh yeah, probably out of power bombs, yeah. But can get a refill here, thankfully. So yeah, this is one of those seeds where if this were like a spoiler log race especially, this seed would be super fast. Because we got pretty much everything before we even set foot in Aegon. The only thing Aegon needed to give us was Amber Translator. And then Detour to Lower Torvis as well for Echo Visor. And yeah, we are going to see Baja go through staging area here to reach Watch Station that way. And yeah, you can use the same door strategy to avoid having to do the Echo puzzle in this room. Unfortunately, it looks like, yeah, power bombs do not work on that glass. That specifically requires a missile, unfortunately. I wonder if Baja's been thinking about the missile logic all this time, because at no point has he ever stepped in Temple Transport Violet, so he wouldn't know that missile launcher is there. Now, let's see if what the puzzle is, because this is... Ooh, interesting. Yeah, because again, a reminder to the audience, thanks to the new patcher, the echo puzzles are also randomized. Baja not happy about having to make that detour for the key. Now, luckily, with Cannonball rather, Baja can just lower the gate here in main gyro, so he's got a nice, easy path to the save station. Oh wait, he's already done that. Never mind. On the subject of Cannonball, Cannonball does break the central gyro here to get the item. However, if you do this before opening up the cannon by completing the echo puzzle, you are unable to pick up the item because the item just stands there because you haven't done everything in the exact order the game expected you.
That's because this game is very, very interesting. Is it interesting in the good way? Sure. Is it the bad way? Yeah, it could be.
Now, I think Baja must have already opened up the path from Windchamber Gate to Path of Eyes here, so I would wager that he's just going straight for Sky Temple through here instead. Because otherwise, if that door was not open, we would have to go all the way around Temple Grounds to get to that area. All right, and it looks like Jay is just having a little bit of trouble getting this super store in Storage C. Keeps on starting the second jump a little too late, because, yeah, your screw attack height is set by your space jump. Careful to avoid the cannon here, because that would result in the loss of his cannonball, which is currently his only speed advantage right now. So yeah, just a little over 115, but yeah, still a relatively quick odd weekly overall. Now, folks, the Prime Weekly tomorrow should have some more random elevator shenanigans, so look forward to that coming up tomorrow. But yes, with Baja stepping into the light, that will end the race for him with an official race time GG time of 1:15:59. That is good for first place on Restream and amongst the race room today. And Jay has decided to forfeit, will not be finishing. We will hopefully try to get both runners in for an interview, but once again, a hearty GG's to both of our runners today.
Hello.
Welcome to the booth, Jay.
Hello, hello.
Pretty interesting seed.
Yeah. Where's Amber?
Amber is on Jump Guardian.
Oh, damn it.
If you had continued your Sank push, you would have seen a hint for it in Watch Station.
The thing is, I had no access to any Sank save station, to Sank map station because of Amber, so I just tried to make my best for Aegon because I knew that the Aegon Sank elevator leads to what's it called? Abandoned base. Which would give me hints if I just pray that it wasn't a vanilla gate. Yet it was.
Yeah, we saw the nod in frustration there. But yeah, your only other go mode was Echo, which was on Grapple Guardian. That was hinted in Catacombs in Lower Torvis.
Honestly, after 2 major hiccups in the early game, I catched up pretty good.
You did, because by that point, you and Baja were in the same position where you were looking for Echo Visor. You had actually picked up proper boost ball in. Trying to remember where boost was. Was someplace relatively
It was
nice.
next to It was somewhere next to Torvus. It was Light Suit in. Oh yeah, it was Light Suit in Pod W and Boost Ball in Phasing Grounds, which I read.
Right, Phase
and
on
then
Grounds.
and then I continued to read Logic and went immediately for Torvus Plaza and got rewarded with Spider. So I felt really strong in my place.
Yeah, those
It's just
Spider was hinted a little earlier as well. But Baja did not get. Baja ended up getting Cannonball and in Cash 1, and that was his boost for the majority of the game. Because how Baja routed the seed was, he did the Sank sweep without Spider or boost, then went to Aegon.
It looks like Bar needs another link because his link is invalid.
One moment.
Okay. But yeah, this.
Never mind.
I had
Invite links are disabled. Okay.
I had my first big fail was 2 seconds into the seed. I completely forgot that we play transport rando, and I just didn't pick up the map station for the Temple Grounds. I just said, "Oi, I'm taking double main PVs. I'm gone." And the second one was that I screw attacked way too far to the left, so I soft locked up there. That costed me like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. It sent you back to Alpha Splinter. Anyway, there's Baja. Sorry about that.
Hey!
We had some invite link shenanigans. Sorry about that.
No worries, thank you. GG's, Jay.
Baja, you know what's funny? Master versus Apprentice, and it comes down to that stupid out of bounds for Torvus transport.
Out of bounds for Torvus transport.
The Seeker door skip. I had five missiles for the Seeker door, and I was like, I'm praying to you, dear Retro Studios, let those missiles connect, please.
No.
And it didn't connect, so it came down to me doing this really bad out of bounds. And I was like struggling for the past 5 minutes trying to find my standards around there. But I got it eventually. So yeah, for me it was only I had no Echo and I had no Ember. I never found Ember, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was worried about getting sniped by someone this seed because I do not know Sentinel's path, but I know there are some folks that could have skipped Echo this seed. Not yet one of them.
Wait, Sentinel's?
Sentinel's path has a Sky Temple key, yeah.
No, I'm trying to think of what was Sentinel's path. Was
the Echo puzzle near Olier?
Ooh.
The Echo Gate.
Yeah, I couldn't have skipped that anyway.
Yeah, there's you can I think SAU out of there probably something like that.
I think there's an SAU for. I haven't seen it, but I think there's an SAU for it. Now, so yeah, the main difference between the two of you, Baja, you went to you committed to your Aegon dive a bit earlier, and you fell into Amber Translator. Jay unfortunately had not gone to Aegon by that, or not front Dark Aegon by that point, and did not get Amber. You also had ended up picking up Cannonball, which was your alternative boost ball, whereas Jay found it in Phazon Grounds.
Was so I got super confused by that. I think I misread the spider hint. Was it in like Plaza Access?
It was in
Yes.
Plaza itself. No, Plaza Access. Yes, because
Okay,
it was up. It was up to 3 rooms away. Because I literally made that same misinterpretation earlier.
That is like again something that I can say I was really proud of, even though I had a major oopsie, 2 major oopsies. Like, first big oopsie where I wrote I'm Jay in the race time chat was like, okay, seat starts. Remember, Jay, elevator rando. PBs, I don't need to get map. Just continue your journey. Don't check elevators. And then I tried to get the E-tank in what's it called? Great Wind Chamber.
Yeah, Grand Wind Chamber.
But I didn't get the BSJ method instance, so I got nervous and tried the screw attack, and I screw attack too far to the left, and let's just say Samus kept flying. And I got resetted back to Alpha Splinter.
But yeah, this game literally dumped everything on you from the start. It's like you go through Temple Grounds, you go through Great Temple, and to clarify with them, and Jay, you had helped us deduce this earlier. The missile launcher was just chilling in transport A access, not A access, B access, behind Violet. So logical missile abilities was right around the corner to space jump, screw attack for main power bombs.
Yeah. To be honest,
Yeah, I concluded by the time I was going to Torvis for the first time that missile launcher was just in Hive Chamber B. So I was like actually pretty lucky not to get punished by a Violet Gate in before Underground Tunnel, because that easily could have been Violet, and I would have been soft locked. It would have been okay because I could have done some wall crawling, but yeah, that was kind of lucky for me.
yeah, so my play was when I first entered, like when I first got the map station for Temple Grounds, before I had to reset because of my soft lock, I looked at the map and wrote down the elevators. So I knew that Torvus Quadrant elevator was Aegon tank elevator. So in the moment I saw, I got to the Aegon elevator, I was like, oh gosh, now we pray again. Let it not be a vanilla gate, because then I can get hints and I'm in possible go mode. And I get to the gate and I was just shaking my head in real life and in the game. It's the one gate that just was not supposed to be vanilla, please.
Yeah, I know exactly how that feels. We actually had an odd weekly. I want to say it was July 2020. Was it July 2020? Yeah, I think it was July 2020, where Chica was required for a Violet translator just to reach the meeting grounds area.
Oh. But yeah, I have to say, even though I'm terrible at random elevators and I didn't play Echoes in like a week, this was very fun. I'm surprised, Captain, did you roll the seat?
Yeah, that's what I can't make out. That's what I can't figure out. Although, to be fair, every once in a while I roll something really nice. Like, not all of my seeds are complete trash.
I saw you open the race time and I was playing the seed. That's really nice. Maybe someone else donated the seed.
Well, initially it was going to be my plan to race, but we were short of volunteers, so I decided last minute to bust out.
Yeah, this was a very fun seed, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think it helps also that there was... Every seed sort of has like one particular subset of items that tend to be really late. This one, the one that was late were visors, but everything else was like so front-loaded that, especially Baja in your case, you were able to just go cruising through Sank practically nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
this was an interesting seed to route. It was the mid game was actually really awkward because I wanted to be in Aegon because there were a ton of keys there, and if I stumble on Echo in Aegon, it makes my routing free. But Amber was the only translator I didn't have, and so like that kind of tension between like, man, am I supposed to be playing for hints here because I'm only go -1 and a hint can bail me out, or should I just be cleaning up these keys and trying to do a bunch of random one-off checks?
Yeah, the Echo Visor hint being all the way down in Lower Torvis near where it actually was a little bit of a troll. The Amber hint being where it was, and again, Jay, it was right around the corner in Upper Sank.
yeah, but that was like the big problem. I read logic perfectly till Spider. So like I had my oopsies, then I started to catch back up and I had major to major to major to major to major, and then I found Spider and I thought, oh, I have Spider now. This is the perfect time to enter Sank. We know that I have Watch Station down there. No, not Watch Station, that it's a Vault side teleport. So I go down there, I go to Sank, and I'll just try to brute force my way to Aegon. Because Aegon would give me hints in the end. So I just gambled on. I just gambled and I tried to get as much of Aegon as I could without isolating any checks, but I just tried to rush to the elevator.
I see. Okay. And Baha, that based on what you were telling us about Aegon, it does make a lot of sense. Because yeah, we figured that your logic was, hey, if Echo just so happens to be an Aegon, that seed's solved, and this is a super jet. But just unfortunate that it wasn't the case today.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I would classify this as a relatively tame seed by comparison.
Yeah, that scene was very nice.
Although, of course, it had to be. The seed had to be nasty some way. Light suit and plane of dark worship.
It's just easy. If Sesterhead's playing, you check that as soon as you get Dark Suit, and you get paid off.
I also like I don't know why. When I got Dark Suit, I just safe reset it and immediately checked Pod W, and with that Light Suit, I immediately checked Phase and Grounds. And Phase and Grounds in the end was Boost Ball, which then put me up to Torvus Plaza.
Well, at least it wasn't screw attacking Reliquary this time. Although if you were looking for Grapple Beam, it was in Hive Entrance. Good luck getting that. Yeah, we had some fun this seed.
I was thinking about, just in theory, wouldn't it be possible, bad but possible, to wall crawl from GMFC to what's called Path of Ice? I think it's called.
In order to skip the crystal switch, like if you hadn't lowered that,
Yeah, exactly.
move the block. I believe so. I know I've seen out of bounds to get into Fortress Transport access from Sacred Path, for example. I've seen that, but I don't know about. I don't know if there is a known wall crawl for going all the way around to Path of Eyes from Windchamber Gate.
Because if not, I'm gonna sit down for this, because this could be huge for elevator random.
Yeah, because that block is a big. It is literally a big block.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing that wall crawl is a pain. I don't know exactly why. It's probably just because you have 2 consecutive rooms with terminal falls, and so your
so
boxes
the
are
ether box
probably
is going
super
to be
nasty.
Yeah, they're going to be gigantic.
2 consecutive yeah, exactly. 2 consecutive gigantic rooms.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, again, gentlemen, GG's to you. Thank you so much for putting on another fantastic weekend of Echoes Rando for us. And we've got more random elevator shenanigans tomorrow for Prime Weekly, because the way the Saturdays and Sundays fell, the weekends ended up being synchronized instead of split.
Worked out.
So yeah, tomorrow's Prime Weekly will be random elevators. So enjoy some more of that, folks.
Yeah, thank you, Captain. Thank you, Marion. Thank you, Op. Appreciate you all doing the volunteering for us to get this restream today.
Indeed, Op, our amazing tracker who always makes sure everybody knows who has what, always pressing all the buttons and making sure everybody is up to date. And again, Marion, thank you for joining me short notice in the booth here on this Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it's no problem at all.
And with that said, folks, thank you for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. We will see you next mission. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Jetzt du mehr nicht so, als wär's